Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Mug of tea on the go. Excuse me for a moment. Yeah, let's talk a bit about Daniel Dubois. Because Dubois, well, he's the IBF heavyweight champ, isn't he? How well has he done over the last 18 months? Those 3 victories. Old Fat Farmer Miller did him, didn't he? Stopped him in the final round. Then he had that, as a rank underdog, he beat up Filip Hrgović. And then, of course, we all know what he did to AJ. So he's absolutely flying. But I watched an interview with Dan Raphael on Seconds Out. And he was saying, again, singing the praises of Dubois to some degree, but he was really pointing out what everyone should know, but of course the obvious obviously eludes a lot of people, and that is that there's a lot of crap talked about the Dubois Usyk fight. Now, Dubois jumped in the ring after Usyk had beaten Fury for a second time, and it was all a bit crass. It all looked just fake to me. It all looked almost rehearsed. Daniel Dubois, people have made fun of him, saying he's on the spectrum and all this sort of thing, which may or may not be true. I don't know. But he's not a great talker. He's certainly not a great trash talker. You remember that bit at the press conference just before the Miller fight when he said what clearly was a rehearsed line, which was, you're big baby Miller, but every baby needs a daddy, and I'm going to spank you. And he was so chuffed with himself. Look what I just said. Yeah. Bless him. I mean, he's kind of lovable, isn't he, in a way, Daniel Dubois. Not in the ring, but outside the ring. Like when he got a girlfriend for the first time, he was on Instagram. Look at his beautiful girlfriend. And then he got a nice car and, look, I've got a lovely car. I can put the girlfriend in the car. It's fantastic. Yeah, great. He's living the dream, and he's earned it. He's earned it. I mean, fantastic turnaround in his career after essentially quitting twice. But what Dan Raphael said was accurate. He said, look, against Usyk, he was outclassed. Now, Raphael said it was a dog shit performance. I think that's the word he used, or something along those lines. That's a little unkind on Daniel, I think. But he was definitely dominated. And as Raphael rightly pointed out, if it wasn't for that, knockdown that definitely wasn't, did he win a round against Usyk? Maybe 1, 2, the very most? I don't know. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate here, but no, Usyk completely dominated him. And actually, even though it's down as a 10-count KO, Daniel quit. I mean, again, you have these nightmare days at the office sometimes, and it's how you come back, and he's come back brilliantly. I really like Daniel. I like watching him. I'm excited to watch him. I wish him nothing but the best. But in that particular fight, he was outclassed and he quit, okay? Just like he quit against Joe Joyce. He had a legitimate reason against Joyce, you can argue. In the Usyk fight, it was just bamboozled and demoralised, and he quit, okay? So, and also, again, this is something that should be obvious to everyone, but this knockdown that wasn't, that was a low blow. Whichever way you slice and dice it, and Warren and Don Charles and all the others can scream blue murder about it, but it was a low blow, okay? And this, fake narrative, this sort of faux controversy that they've sort of cobbled together to try and probably, it's the hook on which they're going to hang the appeal of a rematch. I don't think most people will buy it. I certainly won't. Now, having said that, would I like to see Daniel fight Usyk again? Absolutely. Because the improvements that Daniel has made, those sort of quantum leaps that he's made, far exceeded anything I thought we could ever see him do in his entire career. Never mind in the last 18 months. He's done fantastically well. And has he earned another shot at Usyk? I would say so. I've got no problem with him fighting Usyk again. I just think all this, blather and, piss and wind about the controversy of the first fight. There was no controversy. Oleksandr Usyk was too good for Daniel Dubois. There's no shame in that for Daniel. Usyk was too good. He was too experienced. He had too many skills. He was able to nullify Daniel's strengths and so on. And even though the people like, Simon Jordan is one of them, God, this guy, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Well, Daniel would be too strong, and Daniel would. It's like they never fought before. You did see the first fight, didn't you, Simon, and others? Okay, yes, Daniel's improved, but Usyk has just twice legitimately beaten competitive fights, but he clearly won against a guy who outweighs him by about 4 or 5 stone, and is about 6 inches taller than him. So, and has longer arms and everything else. Daniel Dubois, very hard hitter, confidence through the roof, probably on a revenge mission. The fact that he isn't shall we say, the brightest bulb in the floodlight might be to his advantage, because if you're a little bit of a dim bulb, shall we say, it means you don't really second guess yourself. You don't really worry about what's gone before. You're just kind of in the moment. And can Oleksandr Usyk, or can Daniel Dubois beat Oleksandr Usyk? Yes, he can beat him. Would he start as the favourite? Absolutely not. No, people would legitimately say Usyk is the favourite. He got a knockout win previously. He's just beaten Fury twice. Why would we vote? Why would we go for Dubois? Although Dubois, again, with his attributes, which are considerable, he could just pull it off. I mean, far bigger upsets have happened, and not a million years ago either. But yeah, I kind of agreed with what Dan Raphael had to say. So yeah. What do you think? Maybe some of you are picking Dubois to beat Usyk a second time around. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think, and give me your reasons why. If you want to pick a winner, give me the reasons why. I would be surprised. Put it this way: I would be surprised if Usyk didn't do better second time round. And also, you might think, well, Usyk has now had 24 hours with Fury. That puts miles on the clock, and he's no spring chicken. He's 36 now, so not ancient for a heavyweight, but it's not young either. But let me know what you think. Give me your opinions, and of course, thank you for your time. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you could hit the like button as well, that's a big help to us. Spread the word about the channel, repost the video, do all that good stuff. You know the drill, don't you? Thank you very much for your support, as always. Looking forward to reading your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, bye for now.